Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 74. We're here to talk about season 3, episode 10 of Catfish, the television show. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog, the comedian Sicilian Serpent.
That's me. That is who I am. The comedian, the Sicilian Serpent.
So this
the
is
girl with the snake earrings that I dropped, but I wanted to show you.
Oh, wow. I love that. This is season 3, episode 10. This is the last episode of season 3 of Catfish.
And I think now is when the seasons start getting like 30 episodes a season.
That's what I was going to say. This is like a regular amount of things. And then there's no regular amount anymore.
Yeah, there's no way to know after this.
Right. So now this is Bianca and Brogan.
Did you remember this?
No.
I like vaguely did.
I don't remember anything. I am such a great person to repeat things on.
Yeah, you are.
Nothing.
No, I didn't remember the ending or anything. I just vaguely remembered.
I vaguely remembered Bianca.
Me too. Yeah.
But that's about it. So we're going to jump into the pool. But before we do, patreon.com/trash talk podcast is where you will find all of our bonus content. And it's going to be amazing.
You're going to find it there.
The Single Life Trash Talk for 90 Day Fiance. And we also have 2 other free podcasts, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk and Teen Mom Trash Talk.
Oh, they're so good, Tracey.
They're so good. Go to TraceyCarnazzo.com. The link is right down there in the show notes for everything podcast related, including my stand-up comedy tour dates. Anyway, Max uses cherry chapstick.
Because he kissed a girl and he liked it.
Just like Katie. Just saying.
And it's like, I don't know, but is that like a funny thing that he uses?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so either.
No.
Okay.
They don't have the best writers.
Yeah, I'm like, why? But I don't get it. Okay, so he uses cherry chapstick. Great.
We meet Bianca. She's 20 years old. She's from Durham, North Carolina, and she met a girl named Brogan on Facebook.
Right.
They like the same thing.
They're into body modification.
Yeah, I love that.
That is the opposite of anything I like.
I want my body to be unmodified.
Yes. I mean, listen, I love tattoos. That's about as modified as I get.
Well, that is body modification.
Yeah, but that is as modified as I get.
So she never asked her to video chat because their phone calls are so good. But then Brogan vanished and deleted Facebook and was gone for like a year. But a year later, she came back on Facebook and texted her again. And she never told her why she disappeared. And Bianca never, ever asked.
Well, that's the crazy part. So I don't think she's crazy for not saying why she was gone. I think Bianca could have been like, hey, where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
Hey, it bugged me that we stopped talking.
Not you don't even have to say that. You just be like, where you been?
Well, you could be like, oh, by the way, I don't like, what'd you do?
You remember
Did
the
you go
last
on
year?
vacation? Did you move?
Right. Do you notice that they don't tell us anything about Brogan?
Yes.
Not even where she lives.
No, I know. Or her age.
Nothing. So we call Bianca and she has the biggest gauges in her ears I've ever seen in my whole life. Right now. If she still doesn't have those in, she had to have surgery.
I was thinking that too. And that's why I was like dying to find her online.
Yes. So she was 14 when she came out and she said that she never fit in. She wants to move for music. She's a musician. She wants to travel. She wants to go on tour.
I hate that everyone flipped out when she came out. That's awful.
Yes, we'll definitely talk about that.
No, but she also says in this part, she said everyone flipped out, like calling the principal and stuff. Disgusting.
Right. Because no one in this area knows how to deal with anything like this. Now, also, what do you do for music? Are you in a band? Do you
write
sing?
music?
Do you play an instrument? Nothing.
Tell us something. Do you play the drums? What do you
play the skin flute?
I would. Do you want to borrow my guitars?
Do you want to borrow the guitars?
Yeah. What do you skin flute? I don't think she plays the skin flute.
I don't think she does either. That's probably how she came out. She's probably like, I don't want to play the skin flute.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't like trouser snake. Sorry.
We're calling the authorities. So now we meet Salida Ebanks, who is a model. And she's also a fan. And she's just prepared to go on this journey with them.
What's the
Neve
point?
Just met her.
What's the point? What do you think the point was of her?
I think they pitched that a woman be on the show.
Yeah.
I think it was trying to probably get, I don't know, maybe more diversity on the show.
Yeah. I also think it's trying to spark some sort of career for her, I guess. I don't
Right.
know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So she's instantly there in North Carolina.
Yes. It's like, oh, hello. Thank you for
They're
joining
like, we'll call you
us.
and let you know when we leave. And then they're like, here we are.
There she is.
So she said that she's also knows what this is like because someone pretended to be her.
She's been impersonated. They even had a voicemail.
What? Oh my God. You must be
No.
traumatized.
A voicemail.
So Bianca and Brogan want to move to the Pacific Northwest eventually.
Right. That's
So-
pretty damn far from North Carolina.
Right. But remember, these are two gay women.
Right.
Portland.
No, I get it. I'm just saying in general, like that's so far.
Well, she's, well, we'll talk about that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, music, all this kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
now they
sure.
look at Brogan's Facebook,
Right.
and she has a picture with her brother who's not tagged.
Right.
Her leg
Broski.
tattoos say sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
So Salita's like, maybe she was in the army for that year. The army?
They're like, okay, Salita, go home. You're
Maybe
drunk.
she was pregnant, but also, do they take your phone away from you when you're pregnant?
Well, I guess maybe she was trying to hide it from, Bianca. I don't know.
With your voice? Do you sound pregnant on the phone?
Right. Because it's not like they were video chatting.
Right. So now
Yeah.
David Spade calls.
Give me a break. Please give me a break.
You know what's so funny?
What?
One of my best friends is like BFF with David Spade.
I was gonna say, Tracy, you
And
can have
it's like-
David Spade call if you want.
I've heard David Spade on the phone. It's like cool.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
was
I don't
so
know.
weird.
Like, how about I don't know, have like the
What
Rock
was the
call
angle?
you.
That was another angle though.
Yeah, right. Because it's like, why are you having what is the point to show us that she knows people or to get his name on
There's
the show?
something going on.
Yeah,
and
I don't
know
know.
what it is, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
So they find her on Meet Me. She's 20, female from Iowa, but there's no images. None of the image
Right.
search work.
Right.
So then they Google her name
Mm-hmm.
and they find a blog about how she's a catfish.
Right. They're
Then
like,
they
who is she?
So then they find the actual girl's like Tumblr,
Yes.
and the girl whose picture she used was pregnant.
Did you ever have a Tumblr?
No,
Me neither. It
Yeah,
was like
no,
a
the-
thing too.
it was a thing, but it was very like MySpace emo screamo.
I thought it was very emo. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that wasn't. And I think we were just a tad bit too old for that.
We were, because I don't even understand really how it worked. It's almost like you put
like
up
a blog,
pictures. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. So they Chris Castor. I don't know. I don't remember who that was.
They go back. Let's see. They research. They can't find anything. They find a pregnant Chloe.
Right.
They
So
go
now, right, that's Chloe Purdon or whatever, right?
right. Mhm.
So they now meet Bianca's
and
mom.
that guy who was posing as the brother in the other profile
Chris
is actually
Castor.
her. Yes.
Okay, right. So now that's all right. She took a picture of
Yes.
a couple and said, "This is my brother." Okay.
Yes.
So now they meet Bianca's mom,
Oh,
and this is like where I was like, "Oh, great." So
this is rough.
her mom said that Bianca was picked on, and her mother was a Sunday school teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and she said that basically the people at church were bullying her mom, and her
Because
mom
she wasn't
was
wearing a dress.
right because they were like, you have to have this girl like be more feminine.
Yeah.
And her mom was bullying Bianca basically because she was being bullied and didn't know what else to do until she realized what was going on.
Okay. Also, I'm a little curious. Her mom was like, it was a big culture shock for us when we moved here. Where did they move from? They never say it.
They don't tell you anything
It's
about
so
anything.
weird to me. She's like, when we moved here, it was a big culture shock. Everything
Well,
was different.
was it Pennsylvania? Because didn't she say that she went to school in Pennsylvania, or was that the other girl?
No, I think it was the other girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know.
yeah, I
there's
don't
no
know.
way to
It's
know.
just they weren't clear about so
Maybe they
many
used to live in
things.
Hawaii.
Maybe I want to used to live in Hawaii.
Maybe. So her mother starts crying.
Right.
Her mother's like, I wasn't very nice to her. And then
Mhm.
obviously like she realized what was going on, and her mother
Yes.
turned a new leaf. So
She's
mother
like, I
did-
went to her school with her favorite candy bar.
This is
It's
how
like-
you would get Noelle.
That's how you would get me. Okay. Thank you. I forgive you, Mom. Thank you so much.
I forgive you for everything you've ever done for me. What is
I
this? A
forgive
Hershey
you.
bar? Is this a symphony bar?
No, I don't do Hershey bars anymore. I'm more into Dove chocolate
I
now.
know. Yeah. This is your new thing.
Yeah.
So they now show her the pictures of this girl pregnant. And they're like, obviously, this is
Right.
not her. She's so upset. She's
Yeah, but
crying.
at first they don't say it's not her. They make it like
But
it
they always
is
do that.
her.
They want to see what they.
Yeah. They
Right.
want to make them squirm.
Yes. So now she's crying because she's been lied to. So Neve calls Brogan and is like,
Right.
listen, we know you're not the girl in the pictures.
Mhm.
She's like, yeah, my name is Tia. And she wants to meet. So they go to Iowa. Finally, we find out where she lives.
Right. It's like, oh, okay, great.
So yada, yada, yada. They're in Iowa. You blink an eye.
Right. The blink of an eye, they're in Iowa.
They're in Iowa. So
I
now
don't even know where Iowa is on the map.
there's no way to know.
There is no way.
So now this girl comes out of a yellow house and waves to Bianca. And she's just regular.
She's
looking.
regular. But it's so funny. It's like I see somebody who's a regular person. There's so many regular people on the show. And it's like, why are you catfishing?
Well, she apologizes to her and said
Right.
that she had found this girl's pictures on Tumblr.
Mhm.
And they were like, you look similar to this girl. I think that's a
You're
stretch.
reaching. She looks
Well,
more like David Spade. You're reaching. I'm kidding. She doesn't look at all like David. I look more like David Spade.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Yeah, for sure. Between me and Tia, it's me. I win.
You're gonna win the impression contest.
Uh-huh.
So she said that she was 300 pounds, and that's why
I just
she
hate
did
how they
this.
make everything about weight all the time on the
Okay.
show.
But we're gonna find out more in a little bit.
I
It's a little
know.
bit confusing. So
Yeah.
she said that she was too scared to tell her. She got upset that she was lying, so she disappeared for a year because she felt so guilty.
Right. Okay. Then why'd you come back?
Well, she said because she was so into Bianca.
Uh-huh.
So they shake hands and then they leave.
Right. Bianca's big mad.
She's big, man. They had to
Big
leave
mad.
immediately.
She's bubbling. Yep.
So they talked to Tia alone, and Tia said that she came out in high school. No one ever bullied her, ever.
No struggle at all.
Right. So now, this woman, what was her name? The model,
Salida
Salida, is like,
Mhm.
it's kind of insensitive because you don't know this girl's struggle,
Right.
and you kind of made it about that. And she's like, this is a Black girl in North Carolina coming out of the closet. Like, she had so many
Of
things to overcome. And
course.
she goes, I don't understand what race has to do with it. I'm half Mexican.
What the hell does that have
Yeah,
to do with anything?
You are deaf.
Yeah.
You are
What are you
tone
talking
deaf.
about? And then it's like, that's where Tia loses me.
And that's where
Mhm.
Tia loses me all the way,
Yep.
because now she's gonna get nasty.
Well, that's the thing. But it's like, I think she might have thought Salida was trying to be nasty to her, but she wasn't. She was just
She was
talking to her.
She was saying that it is harder
yeah,
in the Black
course
community.
It is.
I will tell you this. I
Yeah.
have tons of gay friends.
Yes.
I'm not trying to brag.
Yeah.
My gay friends that are Black,
Mhm.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
It is extremely not accepted in the Black
Yes, it
community.
is.
It is extremely not spoken about. It is so frowned upon. And you could argue and be like, oh, well, my family was Christian and they were sure.
Right.
In the Black community, being gay is so frowned upon. It is a lot
Right.
harder for people of color to come out to their families and to their friends and in their communities.
A lot of times they don't. They live
didn't-
their life
yes.
not coming out to
Correct.
their family.
Correct. And I got to
Mhm.
tell you, I didn't get that before.
No, me neither.
'Cause I'm
I
like,
didn't either.
Okay, we live in New York City.
Right. Everyone's gay.
Everyone's
Right.
gay. Stop.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, no,
No,
actually,
it's not like that at all, actually. And
Yep.
also, she's in such an ultra small town, too. I
Yep.
can't even imagine how bullied she was. And this is
course.
why, though,
she's
she's
like,
so
I was never
introverted.
bullied. So then you were 300 pounds, right? So you're
Right.
saying that you were so fat that no one would talk to you
Uh-huh.
because so you had a catfish. But then you also say in the same breath that you
Nobody
weren't bullied.
you. Right. So then why did you have the catfish?
So then what
If
does your
nobody
weight have to
bullied
do
you?
with
What's your
anything?
struggle?
So what did your weight have to do with
Nothing.
anything?
It had nothing to do with anything. And that's
Okay,
why
cool.
Tia is a jerk.
Well, she gets super nasty. And then she all of a sudden is like, oh, wait. I also had a crime against me physically.
Yep. I just remembered.
I just remembered. I
Freshman
didn't.
year.
Yep. There
I
was
had
a thing
crime.
that I can't talk
Mhm.
about. Okay.
There was a
perfect.
thing and it happened
with the stuff.
with the people.
And here's the thing. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but again,
Yeah, I know. one of these things is not like the
Right.
other. Right.
What?
Right. Huh?
Okay.
Right.
So because she still wasn't bullied. Now, what is this a tongue ring situation?
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out here, because I also didn't notice it until we
They were
got
sitting
to this
down with
portion
her.
of the podcast.
Yes, it was
I
very,
mean,
very.
of the show. Yes.
Okay, so now they bring Bianca in.
Right.
I like how still Bianca's like, she's like, oh, what's up? And she's like, I just got this septum piercing.
I know.
She just needed to tell someone.
She got it yesterday.
She's like, yeah, no big deal.
I got an Iowa piercing. Okay.
That's what it was.
Good for you.
But it was just so funny. Okay, so now she's talking to Tia.
Mm-hmm.
Tia has snot running down her face.
Do you know that I did not notice that, because
That's good,
I
'cause
was
it was
so
gross.
I was so into her mouth trying to figure out what's happening.
I don't know. Now,
Yeah.
she said that she was sexually assaulted at 14. We don't really find out like what's going on
Which
here.
is fine. She doesn't need to share.
Okay, but what does it have to do with this?
Because she's just trying to show, I guess, like, look, bad things happen to me too. But it's not. What does that have to do with Bianca's struggle? I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. No.
It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like Tia is just so insensitive.
She is
yeah.
unlikable.
She is unlikable, and it's unfortunate. Bianca's
Yeah.
very likable.
Mm-hmm. So she was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could be friends. I don't really know. And you're like,
I can't trust you.
Right. So then they take a group pic.
Right. Which came out very cute.
How cute was that picture?
Also, did you love she had on the color of a season button down, the color of last season button down?
So cute.
I know.
Honestly,
Very
that
cute.
picture, I was like,
I want a
Yes.
picture. Yes.
I wanna be in that
Hello,
picture.
photographer.
yeah. I would like whoever took
Come
that
shoot
picture to
us.
take my picture.
Uh-huh.
So now they FaceTime 1 month later with Bianca, and they're like, what have you been up to? She's like, I'm 21 now. And it's like, oh, you got older? Great.
Right.
She said that she's still healing. She doesn't speak to Tia.
Tia reached out to her like 2 days later.
Right. And she was like, I'm not going to talk to her. And then Tia is like, she doesn't video chat with them.
I know.
And she's like, yeah, I changed everything. Okay, don't worry.
Yeah, my whole life is just so much better.
Since last month?
Okay. This
What a month.
episode, I thought this was a strange episode.
Right.
I don't know if you thought it was strange. I thought this was a strange episode. I'm not really sure where Salida came in to all of this.
There wasn't a lot of.
There wasn't enough backstory, because once you said that, I guess my wheels started turning, and it's like, you're right. We don't know ages. We don't know.
Is she still in high school?
Also,
She got assaulted when she was 14. Is she 15 now?
Right. And also Tia moved. She said that she started a new school in Iowa. So where did she move
Well,
from?
I think
was she from Pennsylvania? Was she the one from PA?
Maybe.
I guess. But nothing was clear. That's
Nothing
what I
was
don't
clear.
understand.
She said that she had to start over somewhere new.
Right.
So then she just was gay.
Then she's like, okay, I'm just going to come out then.
I'm just going to be gay.
Okay.
No.
Right.
What?
It's so weird. So my question to you is,
Mhm.
I couldn't find them online,
Right.
either of them, which is
Sure.
strange, because usually I can find at least one.
Right.
What do you think they're doing now?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, listen, does Bianca have a band? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. I would say, hey, Bianca's writing music, but is that what she did?
Okay. Bianca's probably living in a van somewhere down by the river.
Uh-huh. In Seattle, maybe, or in Portland?
Yeah. Like in Portland.
We'll say she made it there.
She probably works at Voodoo Donuts.
Ooh, yum.
And then she like gigs on the weekends.
Okay. I like that for her.
Sometimes they have an open mic at Voodoo Donuts and she plays there.
I like this life for her. And
she
she's also
also
own
got
a
her-
cafe one day.
She's going to own the cafe, and she also got her ear holes sewn up.
Oh God, I hope so. I want that for her.
They drooped down to her elbows and they had to sew them up.
Ah,
They got
I
caught in
want
the
that.
donut making machine.
People are mistaking them for donuts.
Yeah.
They say, do you have a donut necklaces on?
Well, she at first was selling the sticks, and she was sticking the donut sticks into her ear holes. And then what happened was
Oh.
one day the dough didn't rise properly and it wasn't very light, and it was so heavy that it just collapsed her ear.
Is that what happened? That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah, and then someone tried to put a bow tie through it.
Ooh, that's a
You
good
love bow
look.
ties.
Yeah, I love bow ties.
Yeah, the you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, I know
The
what you're
donut
talking
bow
about.
tie.
You know what I love though? I love the bow tie. I hate a crawler though.
Okay, I am such a crawler girl.
Really?
I like the texture.
I
But
see. I
not-
don't.
But not Dunkin' Donuts. That's gross.
Dunkin' Donuts isn't real,
Dunkin' Donuts isn't real.
but I love a bow
I mean, I
tie.
can't have
Bow tie is
anything.
my favorite.
I know you do. You like a good bow tie.
Where do you think Tia is?
She's probably at home.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was bland. Like, I don't know anything about her though.
I know. Well, that's the thing. And then in my mind, it's so funny. I was watching this. And I'm like, I wonder how old Chloe's kid is with this guy. Tell us more about Chloe. How old's the kid? What do you have? A boy, girl? Tell us.
Chloe lives in the UK. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
like 19 too when having that baby.
Yeah.
That was wild. I hope she's okay. She should be on 16 and pregnant.
Well, and not anymore. Now she's probably 29 and not pregnant.
This is true.
Yeah.
We're 29 and pregnant again.
I'm glad to be here with you. I'm glad we did
I'm glad to
this.
be here with you too. And I hope everyone follows the show at Catfish Trash Talk on Instagram and follows Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Most importantly, TraceyCarnazzo.com is where you could find everything show related, including my stand-up comedy tour dates and our Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, go subscribe to us on audio and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Do it.
That's it.
We love you.
Question mark.
We do.
Okay, fine.
Bye.
Bye.